Chapter 4. The day had been cold and stormy, with snow on the ground. In the course of the afternoon, David, a son of Mr. and Mrs. Fox, came to visit his parents from his farm about 3 miles distant. Mrs. Fox then first recounted to him the particulars of the annoyances they had endured, for until now they had been little disposed to communicate these to anyone. He listened to her with a smiling face. "Well, mother," he said, "I advise you not to say a word about it to the neighbors. When you find it out, it will be one of the simplest things in the world." And in that belief he returned to his own home. Wearied out by a succession of sleepless nights and of fruitless attempts to penetrate the mystery, the Fox family retired on that Friday evening very early to rest, hoping for a respite from the disturbances that harassed them. But they were doomed to disappointment. The parents had had the children's beds removed into their own bedroom, and strictly enjoined them not to talk of the noises even if they heard them. But scarcely had the mother seen them safely in bed, and was retiring to rest herself, when the children cried out, "Here they are again!" The mother chid them and lay down, but as though in rebuke of her apparent indifference, they were on this occasion louder and more pertinacious than ever. Rest was impossible. The children kept up a continuous chatter, sitting up in bed to listen to the sounds. Mr. Fox tried the windows and doors, to discover, if possible, the source of the annoyance. The night being windy, it suggested itself to him that it might be the sashes rattling, but all in vain. The raps continued and were evidently answering the noise occasioned by the father shaking the windows, as if in mockery. At length the youngest child, Kate, who in her guileless innocence had become familiar with the invisible knocker, until she was more amused than alarmed at its presence, merrily exclaimed, "Here, Mr. Splitfoot, do as I do." The effect was instantaneous. The invisible rapper responded by imitating the number of her movements. She then made a given number of motions with her finger and thumb in the air, but without noise, and her astonishment was redoubled to find that these movements were seen by the invisible rapper, for a corresponding number of knocks were immediately given to her noiseless motions. Whilst from her lips, as though but in childish jest and transport at her new discovery, there sprang to life the words which revealed the sublimest spiritual truth of modern times: "Only look, mother, it can see as well as hear." Words which have since become a text which doctors, professors, skeptics and scoffers have tried to crush out of existence, and ignominiously failed, but which on the other hand have brought comfort, solace, and permanent joy to the hearts of hundreds of thousands, nay, millions surely, of earth's weary pilgrims. Words which declared a truth since tested by every possible subtlety and sophistry which the ingenuity of man could suggest or devise, but which has stood firmly through every ordeal. Words which declare a truth that has already become the firm foundation of faith for an ever-progressive spiritual church, made up of almost every nation of the earth, and embracing adherents from every rank of philosophic, scientific, religious and social life, which, moreover, reveals its own attributes to the child and the philosopher alike, and provides the missing link between a finite material world and a world of infinite spiritual possibilities by proving the continuity of life.